in it. Oh my
Yep, deeply in it.
Amy Magyar from Within Coaching. I couldn't be more excited to introduce you to Meg Martinson, who owns her own company, but is part of the Trusted Partner Program at From Within. And she is joining us with a very unique specialty. So, Meg, I'll let you just sort of do a quick introduction about the what you do and the who, and then I've got a quick question for you about that work. So, will you share a little bit about the work that you do?
Sure, thanks. So kind of umbrella, what I do is I help middle school students who are looking to apply to private high schools, and we go through the whole process together. And likewise, high school students who are looking to apply to college
Mm.
go through that search and application process from start to finish together.
Wow.
I also do a lot of work with student athletes, again, applying to private high schools and to colleges who are looking to
Great.
find a place where they can compete,
Wow.
as well as, of course, go to school. And so that combination of athletics and academics is also really important to me.
Oh, I love it. I love it. When you think about, you and I both went to college. We chose our college. Somehow we've hopefully we landed in the right spots. But it feels like, especially now, there's the process is so feels complicated. At least it looks like it from the outside, even from what we went through. Um, but what are some of the pain points that parents and even the kiddos are feeling in choosing schools, or kind of like what they're facing in all of this? Because for me on the outside, wow, does it seem like there's just so much more pressure and so much more, even with the easy forms of filling it out for all the schools. There still seems like there's just more complication than when you and I were applying. So what are some of the pain points that parents are feeling and kiddos are feeling?
Yeah, and to respond right away to that pressure idea, one thing I really tell my families is to do their best, and it's hard, but to tune out the chatter. So
Oh,
those
wow.
sideline conversations of, where is your student looking? Oh, they're not looking here. They should really look here. So and so is looking there, and they've already visited. That sort of social peer pressure can be really intense and really
Yeah.
overwhelming, and a problem. So I really encourage my families to be incredibly reflective and honest in thinking about what they want and what's important to them. And we go through a lot of conversations and criteria to begin to figure that out. One thing that's gotten trickier too, and is related to this, is, years ago, you might have picked a school just based on location that's maybe close to home, so that there's ease there of geography. Students now are really excited to look kind of nationwide and even internationally. And so that's great, but how are we doing those searches, and how are we researching these schools? We can't visit a school in Alaska and Canada and Florida. It's not realistic if you're living in Maine. So helping families kind of do that research
Mm.
outside of the schools that are in their immediate vicinity, or schools that they already know about.
Yeah.
A lot of schools out there. And so looking at some data, looking at some narratives, helping families do some research, that way. If families can get on campus, that's amazing, right? That is such a great way to learn,
Yeah.
but it's just not always possible.
Right.
That can be a big stress. People are always asking me, what do we do about the standardized tests? It's
Yeah.
gotten so confusing for private high school applications, but also college applications post-COVID, that a lot of these tests went optional. And that's confusing because people then don't know what to do. But now
Right.
schools are returning to required. And so what I always tell families, and this is a good tip, is take the test. No matter what, just take it. Whether it's the SSAT, or if you have an international student, you need to take the TOEFL. If you're applying to college, jump in and take the SAT at least once. You can always take the ACT. But no matter what, to take the test, and then you have it in your back pocket and can make your decision later.
Amazing. I have to say, this is why you're a part of our team, is that just those tips alone are going to help a parent go, wait, I don't have to do this on my own, or the kiddo feeling like they have a partner that's, as we like to say in coaching, the best partner that you have to make a life decision is probably not a life partner or somebody that's actually in your immediate, because there's a lot of subjectivity that comes with it. And so to have an objective partner to be able to talk it through, talk about it, process, but also just be a subject matter expert in best practices. You just absolutely showed us why you are needed, and how people can use you. You can find Meg Martinson on the Trusted Partner website, her about page, everything that she does, everything that she talked about, whether it is, she mentioned she works with athletes. There's also athletic recruiting that happens in support of helping people, but you just do so much to help families and their kiddos navigate this. And we are so grateful to have you on the team. You'll see more about Meg in other videos and learn more about her. We definitely recommend an exploratory session to see if it's a good fit, and to see if what your needs are something that she can help with. But my gut says you've got an answer for that. So Meg, thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you.